It's just incompetency on the state's part because this whole situation is just. I'm just being honest.
We got a fight going up in here.
He hit me in my face. My lip is bleeding.
Nice.
It's already bad enough y'all got us here.
From the police who respond, the unlikely residents housed and staff ill-equipped.
Very unprepared. I had no idea what I was supposed to do.
Fulton County Department of Family and Children's Services turned offices into homes.
It was crazy.
This whistleblower began working at one of the Fulton DFACS offices this year as a behavioral aide, staff assigned to monitor a foster child. She thought she was hired to serve kids in dorms, organize units. She says it was anything but.
I assumed there was an area for them to stay in that was more like rooms. It wasn't.
In some cases, blow-up mattresses on office floors. In others, blankets became makeshift beds, wire cots, allegations of unsecured rooms, unsanitary areas, and unsafe conditions. CBS 46 Investigates uncovered reports the properties are plagued by children doing drugs, escaping the premises, stealing site electronics and money, concerns of sexual promiscuity, attacking workers, attacking each other, kids as young as 12.
My child was in her room and two other girls came in to fight her, and no one did anything about it.
We obtained body camera, 911 calls, incident reports, all documenting a pattern resulting from long-term stay of foster teens at the DFACS office in College Park and on Fairburn Road in Atlanta. The practice, it's called office hoteling.
We're staying here because they don't have nowhere for us to go, so we're living here.
This year alone, police responded to the offices more than 100 times.
I'm so tired, bro. I'm so tired of coming here, bro. Huh? I'm so tired of coming here. Yeah.
In this particular instance, a teen vandalized the building.
One is trying to make contact.
I'm
not switch. Mr. Flem, that was him. Looks like a guy.
DFACS staff shows the officer the damage, then takes him to the child. The officer asks the child if she wants to go to the hospital for a mental health crisis.
So I'm just trying to make sure everything good.
I mean, it's not, but it's nothing you can help with.
Ultimately, the child is left in DFACS office custody.
Hopefully this is the last call.
It wouldn't be. State data reveals this so-called practice of office hoteling was happening even last year, not just in Fulton, but across the state. The data we analyzed shows in 2022, on average, teens stayed 16 days in Fulton offices compared to the statewide average of 20 days. In 2021, on average, teens stayed 12 days in Fulton offices, while the statewide average was 20 days. We found the longest office hoteling here in Fulton was more than 2.5 months, and across Georgia, more than 4 months.
Children are in the room with the door closed, so I open the door. They all sitting out like that at the project somewhere, smoking a big fat blunt.
This whistleblower says she resigned, accusing the agency of systemically failing children.
They feel like they're unwanted because, they just drop you off in an office when no adult cares about you. That's what it seems like to them.
State leaders did not interview with us, so we took our findings to the Independent Oversight Agency, which investigates DFACS, the Georgia Office of the Child Advocate, or OCA.
After seeing those places, interviewing those kids, we had an emergency meeting with state DFACS leadership, DHS leadership, and asked that those kids be moved out. DFACS offices are not designed to be places where kids live.
The OCA director, Jerry Bruce, was once a juvenile judge, a former DFACS attorney. He understands the intricacies of the system, which currently has about 10,000 kids in foster care in Georgia.
No, you can't say it won't happen again.
Here's why. We learned kids experiencing mental or behavioral health issues have juvenile court cases which typically end in two ways: go to a detention facility or go into DFACS custody. OCA claims neither of these options are effective, but judges continue to send kids into DFACS custody.
So what judges wind up doing a lot of times, and it's sort of choosing the lesser of two evils, it's a sort of measure of desperation to try to get these kids and their families help.
However, DFACS then gets overloaded with cases, understaffed with case managers, and cannot find placement for kids, all while facing the historic battle of fewer resources, fewer foster families, leaving a pattern of problems to continue.
It kind of perpetuates the cycle even into their adulthood.
Yes, even into their adulthood. They just feel like no one cares.
This whole situation is just.